Hi, my name is Paula. I'm going to share some recommendations for saving money and things that I did when I was at F2 visa. This video doesn't talk about the visa process, it's about living in USA as F2 visa. So let's start. So we are going to talk about learning and practicing English, saving money, and documents you might need. Okay, I think the ESL program is one of the best things that I would recommend you if you maybe don't know how to speak English or you want to improve your English skills. So this program is for you, and they also sometimes they will help you with your TOEFL exam if you want to attend to that test, because maybe you want to start a master or you want to go to the university here in the United States. So they will help you with a lot of things. You just have to ask them. And they also will help you with your driver's license, but be careful. They are not going to teach you how to drive. They are just going to help you with the knowledge test that is about the test that you are going to attend when you go to the DMV or to go to the driver's license. They will also help you with some information about your children's schools. Maybe sometimes yes, they will help you, and sometimes maybe not. It depends the program, because every program is a little bit different depending where you are. In my case, I was in West Virginia and I was studying in Morgantown, and it was really good. I remember that I text them by mail. I asked them about the classes because I knew that they have a waiting list. They never answered me back, but I went to the place. I searched in Google ESL program close to me, and I found the address. So I went there, and they gave me an appointment, because once you are going to enroll to the program, they have to know in which level are you. So they gave me an appointment. I attended the appointment, and they said to me that I was like in intermediate English when I just start, and they help me a lot with my English. They are usually in person, so you have to be able for going there, for going to the place, because you have to go in person to the classes. If you are maybe not able for going to in-person classes, I will recommend you another ESL program that is almost everywhere in the United States. You just have to look in Google where this program is, and they will help you. So yeah. So this is the online classes. They are basically the same. They are just not in person, and maybe in the ESL program that I told you before, you are going to study from 9 a.m. maybe until maybe 12 or 1 p.m. So it's a little bit different, and one thing you have to know is that it's only available in the place that you are applying for. For example, the one that you are now watching in your screen is only for Monongalia and Preston counties. West Virginia has a county, and one of them are Monongalia and Preston. This is basically for people that lives maybe in Morgantown area or close to that area. Um, it's free. You can go there for free, and they will help you also. Maybe if you don't find these literacy volunteers around your area, maybe you are in Florida or maybe you are in Washington State, and you don't find the place, you can email the person in this slide, and they will help you to find where to go for learning English. So there is a really good community if you want to learn English, and it helps you to don't feel alone. So I really recommend you this. Usually another way is going to the local libraries, because sometimes they have more information about the ESL programs. Oh, they also have ESL programs. Some libraries in some parts of the United States, they have this program in person or online in the libraries, but not all of them. So you have to look where you can find this program. Okay, so next we are going to talk about volunteer opportunities. I really recommend you this part because when I start studying at the ESL program, I realized that I learned English so much, but I felt like I really need to practice English more, but maybe with people that speak English in the United States. I mean, native English speakers. So what I did in my case, and it helps me a lot finding new friends, new places to go, and new things to do. I was volunteering in second-hand stores, in animal shelters, in libraries, and food pantries. Some examples that I will give you about where I was volunteering, it was in the second hands, I was volunteering in the ranch community store. I didn't volunteer in Animal Friends Thrift shopping because I didn't have more time. But some people recommend me that place too much. So if you are able for going to one of these places, you are going to enjoy the experience and you are going to talk a lot with these people. In the animal shelter, I love animals, so I went to the Canid Adoption Center in West Virginia in Morgantown because I was living there and it was really good. However, right now I moved to another city and I am volunteering in an animal shelters. It doesn't have to be the same. It's just you look around your area animal shelters and volunteering programs, and almost all of them are looking for volunteers. And I really recommend you. It's a really good experience. If you like animals, it's really good. Libraries, they also have some volunteering programs, so you can go to your local library and you can find maybe the positions that they are looking for, and maybe in some of them you will apply. Um, and finally, the food pantries. The food pantries are really good places if you really want to help people and just maybe just have one day per week for going there and helping other people. Another good thing is in this place, sometimes you can find people that they are from other countries and they don't know how to speak. So a good way for practicing English is going there and say to them that you speak any language, the language that you speak, and they will know that you speak that language. And maybe one day, one person came and say, I speak this language and I don't know how to speak English. So you will be able to help that people to translate what they want to say to the organization in this case. So I really recommend you look for food pantries, libraries, animal shelters, and second-hand stores if you want to volunteer and doing something with your free time. Okay, so the libraries is a really good place for just spending time. So usually almost all of the libraries around the United States have some special events. So what does it mean? It means that they have like maybe crafts, maybe once per month, and they have reading groups if you want to be involved in a community group. And they also have children programs. If you have children and you don't know what to do in their free time, you can go there and they have so many things to do during summer, spring, and even winter. They also have free apps for you if you are a member in the library. So they have apps for learning other languages, or maybe you want to read but you don't have money to buy in books, so you can read the books in the library apps. And you can also will borrow some books from the library, or maybe some board games. You don't have board games in your home and you don't want to buy them, so they have also the option for borrow you some free board games. So it's up to you if you want to join these programs or you don't. You can just go to the library and ask what options they have or what events they have. So it's just in case you might be interested. Okay, so let's talk about saving money. And I think that renting is a really good way to start talking about. So something that I really going to recommend you is take photos as a proof of how you find the place where you are moving for. If anything is wrong, maybe something is broken, something you see that something maybe it's is not in the way that it's supposed to be, just take a picture and send that picture to your landlord and say to him like, I found the place and it was damaged, it wasn't me, it was in that way when I just came here. So in that way, at the end of your lease, they will return you all your deposit. So you are saving money basically. Something that I will really recommend you to is check the heating system and the AC or the air conditioner. Why? Because, well, some heaters have to, you have to change the filter or something else. So you have to know that everything is working in a good condition. So if maybe it's summer and you just say, what I'm going to turn on the heater because it's summer, just do it for a few minutes and just check that it's working. Just do it. If you don't, maybe when winter will be coming, you will notice or you will realize that it's not working and you have to call your landlord and say to him, this is not working, it will take some days and maybe you will get freeze during these days. So just do it. It just takes a little time. So if you want, just do it. But if you don't, it's up to you. So something that I will also recommend you is you will have neighborhoods and maybe um, you will ask to people, that local people that have been living in that place for a long time ago, and you can ask to them about the care of a house. For example, if you are going to travel during winter especially, you have to ask which recommendations they will give to you. For example, if the place where you live during winter is really winter, like winter, and everything is like snow outside and is freezing everywhere, um, probably you have two options depending where you are. If you have a home, maybe you have to shut down the water, and if you are in apartment you have to let leaking the water in your faucet, or maybe just let the heating system working. Why? Because it will save you money. Sometimes if maybe you don't do that and when you come back, your landlord will say to you, oh, the pipe was broken because you didn't let the water leaking, and the pipe is broken, so I paid for that, and I don't have to pay for that, you have to pay for that. So just look around and ask to some people some recommendations about how to take care of the homes when you are not at home. And yeah, that's all. Well, I also would like to give you some recommendations about how to use Facebook Marketplace for look for your new apartment. But we will talk about that in another moment. Okay, so another way for saving money is food pantry. The food pantry is maybe they're just going to give you food for free. You don't have to pay for that. You just have to go to the place that they are going to give you the food for free. So in Monongalia County, it means in Morgantown area, you can find this place in internet as mountaineerfoodbank.org. If you are in another place, in another state, you have to look some food pantries close to your area and how to apply to them. Some ways that I will recommend you is look by church, because in the churches they have some programs that you can apply, and every month they will give you some food, and it depends. They will ask you how many people are living in your household, or maybe they will ask you too about if you have children. And if you do, they will give you some special items. For example, I don't know if you need something special for your babies, they will give you that. So it will save you a lot of money, especially when you are as well, your husband or your wife is a student, it will save you a lot of money. Also, another option is the university rack. Every university, almost everywhere in the United States, has a rack. It's basically a food pantry, so all the students can go there and they have cereals, they have rice, they have noodles, they have too many things that you can take for free. It's like going shopping, like going to the supermarket, going to the grocery store, and you can take whatever you need and you don't have to pay at the end. So it will save you at least $100, $200, and you know money is important, especially when you have to pay a lot of things and it's just one person working. So I really recommend you look around these programs close to your area because everywhere is different. So maybe if you don't know where is the food pantry in your university, you can ask to someone where is the food pantry because you are interested in going there. And the good thing, they usually gave you fresh food as tomatoes, I don't know, chicken and beef. It depends. So you just have to look in internet where they are, when and where are they available. So yes, it's another recommendation, and just look around. Okay, it's time to talk about Facebook Marketplace. As I told you, I will talk a little bit more about this in this slide. And okay, let's start about community groups. So you can, well, if you have you ever used before Facebook Marketplace is the one that is just Facebook. It's just by Facebook, and this is called Marketplace. You have to know that they have an area where you are looking for. So just check that you are in the area that you are going to live or you are living in the United States, because maybe if you enter right now and if you are in your home country, maybe you are in Africa, so they will they will take your location. So you have to change your location to the place where you are going to move. Maybe you are moving to, in my case, I moved to West Virginia, Morgantown, so I look specifically in this place. And what I did was I was looking for community groups by the name of the town that I was moving. So I look for Morgantown, free cycle, Morgantown, free site, and these groups are really good. Why? Because everything is free. Some people, they have some stuff in their homes that they don't want anymore and they don't want to donate that, and they really want to someone that really want to take that and use that. For example, you can find free mattress, you can find free, you know, kitchen appliances, or maybe you are looking for toys for your children, or maybe you are looking, you know, a lot of things. Some people have some things, even clothes or jackets. Well, they have a lot of things that they are not using anymore in their homes, and they want to give that to a person that really going to use that. So I recommend you look for the free groups, and I knew that there are a group that is called Buy Nothing Project. It's everywhere in the United States. So it's the same name, Buy Nothing Project, but you have to look with the name with to the place that you are moving. So in this case, I moved to Morgantown, so I look in Facebook, Buy Nothing Morgantown, and I joined to the group. They will ask you some questions. The question is about where do you live, and why are you going to join to the group, and you have to just be real. I say to them, I'm not living in the United States, but I'm planning to move I don't know, next month, and I would like to look around if there are some free items that I will get, because I need to save money, and the furniture is really expensive, and it will help me to save money. Another group that I will recommend you is Morgantown Mamas. Well, in my case, I don't have children, but this group is really good if you are a mother and you are coming to a new place and you don't know anything and you want to look recommendations. Like, for example, daycare recommendations, or maybe things to do with your child, or maybe you need clothes, because the kids, they grow up really fast and it's really expensive buying clothes, so you can find free clothes. Maybe someone is they are like, they don't need anymore that clothes of their kids, so they are going to give that away to people that really need it. So this is the way. They also have not only the free places, they also have some groups that are for selling items. You can sell, buy, or just ask. About asking, as I told you, you can join to that groups and ask as a question in Facebook Marketplace. I'm moving to this area. I would like to look an apartment for, I don't know, 3 people. I'm looking for 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom and close to the university, because I'm going to work, I don't know, in the engineering program, or maybe I'm going to work in the agriculture program, and so you are looking maybe something close to the university, and the people is really helpful. They will write in the comments, I will recommend you this place, or I'm living in this building and it's really good, so you can come here. I will send you my landlord phone number, or something like that. Or they will say to you, maybe you will say, I'm considering renting with this company, so do you recommend this properties company? And they will say to you, yes, I have a good experience. Or maybe they will say to you, no, I have a really bad experience with that properties. So it's a really good place for asking before moving, or for buying or receive items when you are already in the United States. You can also sell, because maybe, I don't know, you buy something and you don't like it, and you are not going to use it, and you don't want to lose your money because you can return that item. You can resell that item in Marketplace. But I will give you some recommendations, because even though I always found really good people, there were some people that they were scammers. So some recommendations are the ones that you can see in the orange part, and is, be careful. Please be careful. Don't pay before buying an item. Don't pay by Facebook. If it's possible, meet in a public place. For example, one day I was selling something and I was so close to a mall, so I always ask to the people, okay, we could meet in this place, in a public place, and they were with people around, so they were agree, and I sell the products in that way because it was safer for me and for the other person. Um, all the items that say that they will ship these items to you, don't buy them. Usually there is a scam, so if it says that it will be shipping to you, don't buy them. And okay, another recommendation is, if someone asks you for your phone number and a Google verification code, it is a scam. Just don't talk anymore to that person, because I say to them, you are a scammer, and they treat me really bad. So just stop the conversation, don't say anything else, and don't send your phone number, and don't share personal information. Please don't do it. Maybe if they ask you where are you located, for going to maybe give you the item, or maybe you for buying something that you are selling, um, maybe if you are in a building, just say the number of the building and the street and not your apartment. Never give the number, the specific number of your apartment. Don't do that. And I prefer pay by cash. Usually there are some ways to pay. You can pay by Venmo or Cash App, or well, there are a lot of apps that you can pay to the others. But I really recommend you having cash. Is easier and is safer because you are not like sharing your personal information with anyone. So there are some recommendations that I have with Facebook. Just be careful using Facebook. Okay, these stores blow my mind. And why? Because we don't really have this in my country. So when I came here, we went to Walmart and we bought everything new. Everything was, I don't know, the blender, the microwave, well, almost everything. We bought everything new. And we didn't know about the thrift stores. Then I realized that we have thrift stores. And what are these places? Well, they basically are things that some people donate to these stores, and they are reselling these items, but the prices are crazy. So if you are looking for furniture, maybe appliances, dishes or cups, or maybe winter clothes that sometimes are really expensive, you can find everything at a really good price in these stores. The ones that they are the most famous one in the United States, and you can find them almost everywhere. There are Salvation Army, the Goodwill, but there are two kinds of Goodwill. There is the Goodwill, the normal one, and there is also Goodwill Outlet. The difference is in the Goodwill Outlet, you can buy by pound. So it doesn't matter what do you buy. The only things that matters is the pound. It's a really good place. I really recommend it, this place, but it's not everywhere. So in Morgantown, there is one, but right now I moved to another place and there is not anymore this one. Plato's Closet is a really good place if you want to find beautiful clothes in a really good shape. But there is only clothes. You can find anything else there. Another one that is really famous is Habitat for Humanity Restored. This is not really common, but you can find this store almost everywhere in the United States. And these are the most famous stores in the United States. However, everywhere where you go, there is local thrift stores. So you can find a lot of them in the area where you are moving for. They have really good prices. For example, you are going to buy a microwave, and in Walmart, brand new is $60. And if you go to that places, sometimes you can find the same microwave in a really good condition by $10, or maybe $20 is half of the price or maybe less. And you might say, oh, but it's secondhand. Maybe it's not working. Maybe they donate that because it's not working anymore. But you know what? They check that everything that they are going to resell is working and is in a good shape. So, and even though you are buying something that is used, you have the option to return that item. For example, you went and you bought, I don't know, you bought a microwave. So the microwave stopped working 2 days ago. So you go to that place and you say, I bought this and it was working the 2 first days, and then it was gone. It was, something was wrong. It's not working anymore. So they will return you your money, and they are not going to ask you anything for that. And yeah, it's a really good option. You will save money, and usually you have like 15 days for return anything. So I recommend you going first to that places sometimes. I don't know, but it changed a little bit. Sometimes you go there and the prices are even more expensive than the ones that you can find in the Walmart in a brand new item. But sometimes you can find really good things in these stores. Oh, and the last one is the Ranch. If you are in Morgantown, West Virginia, I really recommend you this store. I was working there as a volunteer, obviously, and you can find really good items. And when I was working as a volunteer, you are like a worker, but you are not working, they are not paying to you, but they gave you a discount. So I don't really remember right now, but I have a 25% of discount in every item that I bought in the Ranch. It doesn't matter the price. And yeah, if you want to volunteer there, they will give you some discounts for volunteer. And yeah. Okay, so for saving money, I will recommend you another store that is called Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is, I think, almost everywhere in the United States. I say always almost because I don't know, in some states there is not the same stores. So I just say almost everywhere because I don't know if maybe where you are moving, you will find this store. Maybe yes, maybe no, we don't know. So yeah, the Dollar Tree, when I came here, it was dollar. Everything was $1. Right now is $1.25 because the inflation and yeah, And basically, I used to go to this store because it's cheaper than other stores, and sometimes the quality of the items are almost the same, or maybe you can find something that is $10 in Walmart or in another store, and in this store is $1.25. However, they change a little bit and they have a new section that is called like $5, and another one that is $3, but almost everything there is $1.25. One example that I would like to give you is the first time when we came here, we bought a broom in Walmart with the handle, and it was $7. It was so expensive. I don't complain about the quality because it was good quality, but it was so expensive. Then we went like 5 months later, we went to this store called Dollar Tree, and we found the same one, well, almost the same one, and it wasn't with the handle. So if you want to buy the stick or the handle, it's $1.25 too. So at the end it's $3. You are paying $3, but you are paying the half price of the one that you can find in Walmart. Some things that I would recommend you buying in Dollar Tree are some things for kitchen, maybe some bowls or some dishes or cups. You can find a lot of things there, and the quality is pretty good. It's pretty decent, and I really recommend you going there before going to another stores. Maybe you can find something just for $1.25. In another stores, the same product, sometimes even the same brand, will be $10 or $5. So I really recommend you going there first, just for checking the price. And yeah, it's just a recommendation for saving money. If you want, you can go. If you don't, it's okay. It's just a recommendation. Okay, so this topic is going to be a little bit more difficult, even for me, for explaining to you. I'm really bad explaining. I'm sorry if you don't really understand what I want to say, but I'm doing my best because I know that it's so important for everyone to know some things, and maybe sometimes when you are in Google, you don't find a lot of information about F2 visa, what to do, and how to do some process. So let's talk about social security number. Your partner is able for getting a social security number. Something that I really recommend you if you are watching this video before moving to United States, it's for your partner, the person that is F1 visa. When you come to United States, you have to go as as soon as possible to the Social Security office, because once you are here, you are going to start working with the university. But if you don't have your Social Security number as soon as possible, they will not pay you the month or the time that you are without the Social Security number. So the first thing that you have to do when you are coming to the United States and when you already arrived to the United States is going to the Social Security office and ask for your Social Security number as soon as possible, because if you don't have this number, they are not going to pay you until you got this number and you send this number to the university for getting paid. Okay, so about the F2 visa is, if you are applying you are not going to apply to a Social Security number, but you are going to apply for a proof that say that you are not able for getting a Social Security number. It's so easy. It's changed a little bit because when I did this process, it was COVID. So I sent all my documents by mail and they answered me back and they sent me my letter that said that I am not available for getting this number. Basically, you have to go to the office and say that you are a F2 visa and you need the proof that say that you are not getting a Social Security number. They will give you some form. You have to fill out this form, and I think that you have to ask an appointment and you have to go with your documents. Which are the documents that you are going to need? It's basically your F2 and F1 form. You will need your I-94. You will need the university letter that you are legal in the United States. And well, they will let you know what will you require for going to the appointment and for they send you this letter. The letter that you see in this slide is the letter that you will receive from them. It's pretty easy to process. Maybe if you don't speak English, I will recommend you going with your partner or with someone, a friend or someone that speaks English. I have a friend, she doesn't speak really well English. She speaks English, but no for a lot of conversation, for talking a lot. But she called a friend and she was in the call helping her with the person in the office. So you can find a way for let the other person know what do you need. So, okay. Okay, if you are in the United States and you are considering getting a bank account, there are three options that you will consider. So the first one is the college checking account. I applied to this one, even though I wasn't a college student in the United States, but I was studying in the ESL program. They helped me to get in this one because I was under 24 years old. When I came here, I think I was 22 years old. So this is a really good option if you are under 24. And why? Well, the reason is because it's no monthly fee. You don't have to pay anything, and it doesn't matter how much money do you have in your account. So at the beginning, I just have like $1 in my account, and I didn't have anything else. And they never charged any fee because it was a free option for getting an account. Then when I was 25 years old, they removed that option and now I have a checking account. I was able during all this time to save $1,500 and I don't have to pay monthly fee because I have the money that they require to you to don't charge every month the fee. So basically it's the same option, but in one you have to have 1,500 and in the another one you don't have to have, it doesn't matter how much money do you have. The one that you can see in the middle is a joint checking account. This is the best option. I also have this one. I have right now a checking account and I have a joint checking account. The joint checking account is with my partner, in this case with my husband. My husband has an account that is where he is receiving all the money from the payments of the university. So we have access to the same account. It's the same account, even though we have different cards. So I have my own card and he has his own card. Every card is different. It's not the same number. It's not the same CVS. It's not the same PIN when you are going to the ATM. It's not the same PIN. It's a different card. And even you have in your app, in your bank app, you have different ways to log in the account. So I will recommend you this one. Why? Because you have access to the money of the other person and vice versa. And the good thing is, doesn't matter how much money is in this account, they are not going to charge you the fee that usually the banks are going to charge to the customers. So there are three options. Maybe your bank will have more options. I am not really going to recommend any bank. I like my bank, but even though I'm not going to say you which bank I have, but you can check by internet which banks there are good and which ones are not. Something that I would like to recommend you is, if you are considering having a checking account, just consider that the bank will be able in all the places in United States. Why? Because maybe if you have a bank that is only in the state that you are living right now, and maybe when your partner graduate and move to another state, this bank doesn't exist anymore right there, you will have to change your bank. So I will recommend you a bank that you can be able, if maybe you travel to, I don't know, you are in Washington state and you move to Washington DC, it's really far away and maybe it's not the same stores, it's not the same bank. So I will recommend you one bank that you can find everywhere in United States. It's the only thing that I will recommend you. Yeah. Okay, so it's time for driver's license or ID. So if you are in the United States, you are considering buying a car, you have to have a driver's license. Or maybe you are not considering buying a car, but you don't want to be with your passport every time that you go out, because if you lost your passport, you have big problems. So if you are thinking going to the DMV, if you go to the DMV, you can ask for an ID or driver's license. So whatever you want, you can go there. DMV is Department of Motor Vehicles, but everyone says DMV. And you go there, and the documents that they will require to you are the followings that you can see in the screen. So it's the I-20, sorry. It has to be with the F1 and F2 visa, the I-94, the university acceptance letter or a good standing letter, the passport, the visa, the proof of residence. You might need 2 proof of residence. It depends where you are, and the documents will be different, but usually they will require 2 proof of residence, which means that you have to have a bill or something that say this person live in this address. So it has to be your number, no, I'm sorry, your address and your name, your full name. So which works: internet bill, electricity bill, insurance, the insurance of health insurance, or maybe your car insurance if you already have a car, the bank account, and the lease. So it has to be your name and your address. Just remember that. Also, they will require the social security number, but you are not able for getting that. So you are going to show your not eligibility. I can say that word. I'm sorry. I can say that word even in my home language and in this language. So yeah, you you can be they will require you these documents, but please check the DMV in your area because it will change a little bit. When you are there and they will ask you, would you like a driver's license or an identification card? What is the difference with the driver's license? You can drive, and with another one is only an identification card. So something that you have to know is, if you can see, there is a difference between the two cars, and one has a little like gold star, the circle with the star, and it means that it will works everywhere in the United States. It doesn't mean that you will drive forever with this one, but the thing is, maybe you are traveling and you are traveling for business or just for fun, you can travel with this ID everywhere in United States, and it will work as an ID. It doesn't matter if you are in North Carolina or you are in West Virginia or you are in Washington State or it doesn't matter where you are. It will work everywhere, just in United States, obviously. And the identification card, if you don't have this little circle with a star, it's not going to work. You are just able for showing this ID in the state where you are, not in the airport, not in other places. Yes, this is my recommendations about this, and we will talk a little bit more in the next slide. In this slide, I try to resume everything. You can take a screenshot, and it will help you better than me explaining to you. So it's two things that you have to do when you are attending to the driver's license test. The one is the knowledge test. You will receive help in the ESL program, or you can do it by yourself. How I did it. When I was attending this test, I read everything in the website of the DMV in West Virginia, and I tried to memorize everything. I didn't have any idea what they will ask to me and how it will be the knowledge test. So I just try my best. When I was in the place, I was looking at internet, attending the knowledge test West Virginia, and I found that it is a driving test, knowledge test in online. There are a lot of websites. You can even pay, but you don't need to do it. The free options are really good. They are pretty the same, the one that you are going to attend in the place of the knowledge test that is in the DMV. And it's really good. It's really good. I will say to you that the 90% of the questions that they asked me in this test were the same questions that they asked me in the real test. So it's not the same because it's West Virginia, but maybe you are North Dakota or maybe you are North Carolina. You will look by internet, knowledge test, DMV, North Dakota, North Carolina, the place where you are going to attend the test. Maybe the questions are a little bit different because every state have some specific questions. For example, in my case, they asked me a lot about when you are driving in the snow, because in West Virginia, during winter, you can see the snow. So it's different when you are driving. It was pretty easy. For me, it only takes like 10 minutes taking the knowledge test. I was really fast. My husband takes maybe like 30 minutes, but yeah, it's up to you. When you are, okay, this is the knowledge test, but when you are in the practical test, it's a little bit different. You have to know how to drive, obviously. You have two options. When you go to the DMV and you are asking for a driver's license, they have you first have to pass the knowledge test. Then they will ask you if you already have driver's license of your country. You can, in the same moment, well, not maybe the same moment, but the same day, you will do the practical test. This everything the same day because you already have a driver's license in your country. They will require that document and they will check that this is not expired. If you don't, they will give you at the end of the knowledge test a permit driver's license. It means that you can drive, but while you are driving, you are with a co-pilot that they have a driver's license of United States. Um, you can read that in the orange part. And yeah, about the practical test, I will recommend you asking to people that they attend that test days before, or maybe they did it a few months ago. Why? Because their knowledge is still fresh. So my recommendations are, first, you are going to do the parallel parking. It looks easy, but it's not really. You have to be so careful doing this parallel parking because you have to check your mirrors, and you have to check the mirrors. I mean, you can check the mirrors, but you don't move too much your face, your body. So you have to show to the person that is going to be with you during the practical test that you are really watching the mirrors. Another thing is the signal lights. So the turning lights, you have to turn it on and turn it off when you are entering to the parallel parking and when you are getting out of the parallel parking. So be careful with your with your turning lights. And while you are driving, you have to be careful with your speed limit. In my case, it was raining and the limit speed was 35, I think so, and I was driving 30, maybe 25, and I failed the test because I was driving too slow. So don't be too slow, but don't be too fast. Just be in the regular speed limit. Maybe if it's 35, be on 35, 34, or but no more, no less. Try to be in the speed limit that they say. They will check everything that you know, where is everything in the car. So they will ask you about the headlights, about the turning signals. They will ask you about where is everything inside the car. So you have to know your car. And yeah, good luck. And I hope you have a good experience during the driver's license. Okay, insurance. It's the most important thing in the United States. It's really expensive. I met some people that they pay $200 per month just in insurance. So what I did was a friend recommended me going to talk with a counselor. A counselor is a good option because they will show you the options of insurance and you will decide which one is better for you. So if you are in West Virginia, all West Virginia, it doesn't matter which part of West Virginia, maybe PA, Pennsylvania, there is a counselor that he is a really, really good person. He has an office. You can go directly to the office or you can just call him. This is the number and the mail. You can mail him or just call him. I called him once because I moved. I have my insurance, but my insurance is from West Virginia. So I moved to North Dakota and I called him asking about, because I was moving, I was asking about how to move my health insurance from West Virginia to North Dakota. So he gave me another phone number for getting more information about how to do this process because he wasn't able to help me. He also helped other people to find a local counselor to talk about the health insurance. So the health insurance will be real expensive, but if you are in they have some range. So if you are your your monthly payment is less than $10,000, or maybe your monthly payment is less than $500, 500, sorry, $5,000, you will be able to get a really cheap health insurance. It's basically for the government. So the insurance that I was paying for was $10 per month, and it covers around all the United States. So if maybe I was traveling to, maybe I went to, I used to live in West Virginia, and I maybe just traveled to Pennsylvania. It will cover me even if I have my accident or something wrong happens to me while I was in Pennsylvania. So I just chose this option, but they also have an option that is $0. You don't have to pay anything, because it's only available in West Virginia. If something happens to you in another state, it's not going to cover. So it depends which one it will work for you. If you know that you are always going to be in West Virginia and never ever going to travel, it's okay. The options are really cheap, and when you are paying for the health insurance, it says what it's going to cover. So I really recommend you, if you don't know how to find a counselor and you want to do it by yourself, just go to the website. It's called healthcare.gov. The only thing that you have to know is that you can only enroll during November 1st, I think so, through January 17th, maybe. So it's no enrollment. You can enroll during the whole year. It's only at the end of the year and at the beginning of the year. So that's the thing. You are only going to enroll to this program during this season. After that moment, you have to wait for that, or you can enroll in another program. But I really recommend you looking for a counselor or going to the healthcare.gov. I really recommend you to do this, because if you have an accident in the United States, you have to pay a lot of money. So that's my recommendation, and thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this video and maybe some information will helpful for you. But I just did my best. I talked a little bit about what I did and how I did it. I hope you understand me. I'm going to do this video in Spanish too, because it's my language. So I will do this in Spanish. So if you don't know English and you want to see this video in Spanish, you can do it. I do it. Maybe I'm going to say the same, maybe not, because I just talk. I didn't have anything prepared, just the slides. And yeah, thank you for watching me. I'm not a YouTuber, so don't. It doesn't matter if you like this video or just subscribe. Please don't subscribe, because I'm not going to share a lot of videos. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.